Hi there, I'm Matt, and I'm really excited to welcome you to the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS launch. Thank you so much for joining us. And here it is, the all-new Speed Triple 1200 RS. I'm very pleased to be your host for today's launch and to be able to share with you the full story of this, what can only be described as an absolute landmark moment in one of the motorcycling world's most iconic performance naked sports bikes. And with the help of some of the Triumph team to tell you all what makes this such a revolution, from its revolution in Speed Triple power and performance to its revolution in agility, handling and technology. And as you can see, also in its attitude and in its style. We will also, of course, share with you the full details on its price and exactly when this stunning new Speed Triple 1200 RS will be available in Triumph dealers. And who better to start with to tell us all about the new engine and the step up in performance than Triumph's Chief Product Officer, Steve Sargent. Steve, welcome to the studio.
Thanks, Matt.
Great to have you along here. Let's start now with the Speed Triple engine, which personally has always been one of my favourites. Revolution is a really strong statement. What does that actually mean in terms of the bike's performance?
Okay, Matt. Well, first, I'm very pleased to say this is a real step change in the Speed Triple's performance, making this the most powerful, fastest accelerating, and the highest peak torque ever for a Speed Triple. And that's all courtesy of a ground-up, all-new 1160cc triple engine.
Okay, so just how much more powerful is it?
Well, we've got 30 PS more than the previous generation, and that gives 180 PS peak power at 10,750 RPM and a higher revving redline at 11,150 RPM. But as with all Triumph triples, it's also the torque where the Speed Triple excels. Now this is significantly higher, with 8 Newton meters more than the previous Speed Triple at 125 Newton meters at 9,000 RPM. But it's not just about the big numbers. This new engine is also much more responsive, thanks to, amongst other things, a much lighter, lower inertia engine. Now, to be clear, this is a completely new ground-up design, and it's been developed with insight and learnings from our Moto2 race development program. Now, in my view, when you ride this bike, it is a genuine revolution and a revelation. Now, from the minute that you open that throttle, you can feel just how much more power and torque this has got, and that translates into an even more exciting ride.
Well, one part for me, Steve, of what makes the Speed Triple special is that sound, that unique sound. Tell me that hasn't changed.
It has changed, but it's changed for the better. So we've still got that triple tone, but thanks to an all-new free-breathing intake and exhaust system, we've got even more of that triple bark from the 1200 RS.
Thank you, Steve. Now, talking about Moto2, to give us some feedback on that engine performance and to introduce us to that awesome new sound, British Moto2 World Championship racer, Jake Dixon. Thanks for that, Jake. That sounds mega. You've got loads of experience, of course, on Triumphs, in Moto2 right now, of course, but also on the 675 back in your British Supersport days. What do you think about the 1200 RS?
Hi, Matt. I hope you're well. And yeah, I've ridden triples before. This thing is an absolute weapon. You've only got to look at it. The way it delivers its power is so similar to my Moto2 bike. The style, everything about it is just the whole uplift. Triumph have done an absolute fantastic job with this.
Oh, that's really exciting to hear. How about you? Preparations for the new Moto2 season ahead, how's that going?
Yeah, really good. I'm super happy that we've signed again, me and the Petronas Sprinter Racing team. Obviously, unfortunately, I broke my wrist towards the end of the season. Recovery's been going really, really well. And like I say, can't wait to pick up where I left off and ride my Triumph.
Well, we're all looking forward to seeing that again, Jake. Best of luck for the new season ahead. OK, let's talk now about the ambition for the handling of the bike. And here to help is Triumph's Chief Engineer, Stuart Wood. Hi, Stuart. You've said that the new 1200 RS is a revolution in Speed Triple handling. How does that actually break down?
Oh, yes, absolutely. The design team have worked very hard to deliver a revolution in riding experience. They've taken the foundations of what made the Speed Triple such a well-regarded motorcycle and raised the bar in every single dimension to deliver the most agile, precise, dynamic and responsive Speed Triple ever.
So specifically then, what has actually been done?
Well, first of all, this is the lightest Speed Triple ever, at just 198 kilograms wet, which is 10 kilograms lighter than the previous generation. We've got an all-new lightweight chassis, which combined with the lighter engine and the tighter, more mass-centralised package, gives you a dynamic ride and agility that's much closer to the Street Triple than the previous Speed. We've all new rider ergonomics and seat profile. It's narrower, with a more dominant and purposeful riding position. The handlebars are 13 millimeters wider for even more feel and control, and the rider foot pegs are further in, giving increased ground clearance without compromising legroom.
OK, and what about the equipment?
Again, we've aimed to raise the bar with a premium track level of specification equipment. With performance-focused, fully adjustable Öhlins suspension, Brembo Stylema radial brake calipers with a refined Newlink brake system tuned to deliver optimum road and track performance. We also have incredibly grippy Metzeler Racetech RR tyres.
Thanks, Stuart. We'll let you go now because to give us a little more insight, we have the lead chassis development test rider Felipe Lopez on the line, direct from Triumph's Development Centre in Spain. Hola, Felipe. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Matt.
Now, have you worked on many Speed Triple developments?
I know the Speed Triple very well. I have been working in 4 generations of this motorcycle now.
OK, so what was the ambition with this major update then?
OK, well, with the new generation, we wanted to improve everything. We wanted to have a faster bike, a lighter bike, and more agile and more capable. To make that bike feel like a Street Triple, so light, so easy to ride, so confident, but with the new generation of the Speed Triple engine.
OK, so what developments specifically have you actually worked on?
When you get a faster bike, a faster engine, basically you need to make modification to keep the stability, to keep that planted feeling. So we had to make some modification on the geometry. Modification that, like changing the rake and the trail with the slightly wider handlebars, narrow footrest that improving the ground clearance but not reducing legroom, a new seat profile that is actually more comfortable than the old one.
Oh, that's great. And from your perspective, Felipe, are you actually happy with the result?
I remember the first prototype, and I remember having a big smile in my face because I immediately realized that we were doing something great. The bike feels so compact, so small, so powerful, but maintaining this triple engine character that gives me everything I need to be happy.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for your time, Felipe. Okay, let's go back to Steve now. Hi, Steve. So what was the ambition with the new technology package?
Well, Matt, just like the other areas of the bike, our aim was to deliver the perfect naked sport bike ride, which meant we needed to set our sights on making this the smartest, sharpest and most advanced speed triple ever.
So what exactly is new then?
Well, everything really. We've got an all-new 5-inch TFT instrument with a new operating system. Now, this gives you the MyTriumph connectivity system, which is fitted as standard. That provides turn-by-turn navigation, music and phone operation, and our unique GoPro control functionality. There's an all-new next-generation Triumph Shift Assist up and down quick shifter for cleaner, more positive clutchless shifts. And we've got an IMU-optimized Corning ABS and traction control, both of which have a new dedicated track setting. And these have been developed with some very experienced racers, including British Supersport champion Billy McConnell. Now, we've got 5 riding modes, including a specifically focused track mode. We also have a distinctive new full LED lighting setup with aggressive new light signatures. We've got a full keyless system. And for the very first time on a Triumph, that includes a keyless fuel filler cap. Now, what all this technology gives you, ultimately, is much more rider control and confidence with a much greater level of ability to set the bike up to the way that you want to ride.
Thanks, Steve. Now I think we need to talk about one of the most striking aspects of the new Speed Triple, which is the new looks. And to go over to Triumph's head of brand management, Miles Perkins, to hear all about it. So Miles, tell us about what the new design of the Speed RS has been focused on achieving.
Thanks, Matt. Well, I can certainly say that one of the key drivers is capturing the essence of that Speed Triple attitude. That head-down, aggressive, focused DNA and the unmistakable form was paramount in everyone's mind. But the brief for the design was certainly as ambitious in regards to delivering a major step forward as well. As with all our bikes, style is never taken as a separate task. The team always develop all aspects of the bike together, which is how you get the complete package. And with the Speed Triple, this is about a design that's 100% focused on being a naked performance sports bike first and foremost, with that commanding road-focused riding position and ergonomics and road-biased performance, the characteristics, which Steve, I think, has already covered, with the power and the torque delivered exactly where you need them. And this is a combination of 100% road-derived chassis, spec and performance, which justifies the name. And it's not something I think you can say for many of the competitors in this world, which you could argue have been developed heavily from track-focused machines first, where full usability, I'm afraid, can be compromised. Now, for me, the Speed Triple stands out, really aggressive attitude.
So what is it for you, Miles, that defines the Speed Triple's attitude?
Well, it's a combination of things, Matt, many of which you can trace all the way back to the first Speed Triple launched in 1994, which actually we have here with us in the studio today. Now, this was a bike that essentially kicked off the naked sport category. I would consider this the original Street Fighter, and as you can see, this has a really unique, menacing style. Even more significant, however, at least for me, was this, the second bike we have here. Now, this was the first Speed Triple 1050. This was launched in 2005, and I would say this is the first fully ground-up designed, road-focused, naked performance sports motorcycle, from its chassis to its ergonomics and its engine performance. Plus, of course, this really encapsulates that aggressive attitude, from its trademark twin headlights, single-sided swing arm, and its stubby, muscular form, which cements that Speed Triple design DNA. Now, all of which sits at the heart of the brief for this, the new 1200 RS.
Okay, so take me through the specifics then.
Well, as you can see, we have an even more muscular and arresting stance. It's got purer, cleaner and sharper lines. You have that undeniable focused Speed Triple design DNA with its tank shape, the broad-shouldered silhouette, and also, as Steve has already mentioned, the striking new dynamic headlight and taillight designs with those distinctive light signatures. You also have lots of lovely touches across the motorcycle, such as this compact tail unit, the carbon fibre front mudguard, colour-coded belly pan and the seat cowl, plus Triumph's class-leading quality of finish and detailing, and the approach to keeping all of those hoses, cables and wires really well hidden.
Okay, and what about the colour options?
Well, we have 2 to choose from. First, the matte silver ice option, which has black, silver and yellow graphics. And then alternatively, up on the screen here, you can see we have the sapphire black option, and that comes with red and silver graphics.
And I can see that we have some accessories on the bike that Jake rode in earlier on. Can you run us through those, exactly what they are?
Absolutely. So we've got 35 accessories for the new bike. We have accessories to personalise the style and the detailing, so the rider can choose to fit the body-coloured fly screen and tinted fly screen visor that's on here. You also have machined aluminium sports bar and mirrors. You've got front and rear brake reservoirs and a rear axle finisher. Technology-wise, we have these scrolling LED indicators and a tyre pressure monitoring system. There's also luggage with matching water-resistant tank and tail bags, which have a quick-release mounting mechanism. And there's a wide range of protective accessories as well, such as frame protectors, fork protectors and tank pad.
Thank you, Miles. Now, in regards to getting a view on the final result, I'm pleased to introduce a former Triumph British Supersport champion, no less, who knows a thing or two about Triumph and their triple, to give us his view on the new 1200 RS handling setup, and that's Billy McConnell. Thanks for joining us, Billy. I know you've had a few speed triples yourself over the years, and you've been directly involved in the chassis testing and development of the new 1200 RS. How does it compare to the previous generation?
Hi Matt, yep. I've raced with Triumph triples for many years and I'm really happy to be part of the testing program for this 1200 development. And this thing is an absolute beast. You have total control over. It's much more like my race bike in terms of handling, but so much lighter and sharper than the previous model and tuned to be fully usable on the road.
Now, I understand that was you in the film at the start that we saw. That looked like a lot of fun. What are your plans for going racing in 2021?
Well Matt, I'm really pleased to confirm that I'll be racing again in the British Superstock Championship with the Rich Energy OMG team and cannot wait to get things going.
I can't wait to see you back on track. Thanks so much for joining us today, Billy. Cheers. Okay, well, last but not least, we're going to finish off with the all-important information about when we can see this stunning machine in the showrooms and, crucially, how much it's going to cost. I'm pleased to welcome Triumph's Chief Commercial Officer, Paul Stroud. Paul.
Thank you, Matt. The price of this amazing new Speed Triple RS in the UK will be £15,100 on the road, which, Matt, I'm sure you will agree represents great value for money, especially when you consider the performance and the specification fitted as standard on this great machine. In addition, the bike also comes with our standard 2-year unlimited mileage warranty and really high 10,000 miles or 16,000 kilometre service intervals.
When will people be able to see one in the local dealer?
Well, Matt, people can look forward to seeing this great new bike in their local dealerships across the world from the end of February onwards. And for those wishing to be one of the first to own the new Speed Triple 1200 RS, then our dealerships are accepting customer deposits from today.
Well, that's great. Look, I know this Speed Triple is a big bike. It's a big name for the Triumph brand. You must be really excited now to see this hit the showrooms.
Yes, indeed. Everyone here at Triumph involved in this bike's development shares a great sense of responsibility and incredible pride. The Speed Triple is a truly iconic motorcycle with an incredibly loyal following of passionate fans all over the world. You know, since this bike's inception, we have sold more than 100,000 Speed Triples, and we know that there are many riders who see this as their bike of choice. Now, as the team have already shared, this bike represents a step change in performance and capability. It takes the real essence of the Speed Triple's attitude and focus, and it raises the bar in every dimension to deliver nothing less than the ultimate performance naked sports ride, which I'm sure you will agree is nothing less than our customers deserve. And for those watching who have yet to experience the new Speed Triple, then this is absolutely the one to take for an early test ride. It offers the perfect setup of razor-sharp and precise handling, dynamic feel, all combined with the amazing new 1200 Triumph Triple engine, which delivers an incredible wall of instant torque, instant throttle response, and of course, that 180 PS of pure Triumph Triple power.
Thank you, Paul. So there you have it, the all-new Speed Triple 1200 RS, a revolution in Speed Triple power and performance, agility, handling, and precision technology, and that aggressive attitude, poise, and style. All of this to deliver the new benchmark for how everything combines together for the ultimate performance naked sports ride. And I literally now can't wait to get my hands on one of these and take it out on the road. I'd like to thank the Triumph team and everyone watching for joining us today. Let's take one last look at the new Speed Triple 1200 RS in action.